Hey guys, welcome back to the front line. It's your girl Shamar. I hope everyone is having a great Shabbat. I do apologize. I'm broadcasting a little late today, guys, but y'all know I'm in this signalless town, and yeah, at times reception's bad, but I feel safe. I'm thankful for that. I'm out of the city. But listen, guys, I want to give a major shout out to some of my new subscribers who have been very engaging. Trading Magic, shout out to you. I love the conjecture. Add nicely, shout out to you. Shout out to Nietzsche. Yeah, let's go, Chief. Let's go. We know what Chief means now, though, don't we, guys? Shout out to Michael Brown. Shout out to Kevin Grant. Shout out to Unifears in the building. All right, guys. So today we're going to take a break from her seed, right? Because I think I have to build you guys up to trust me on what I'm seeing. Okay, guys? So I'm not going to do her seed every week, okay? We'll probably do her seed every other week. And I may eventually do the her seed series. Let me slow myself down, guys. That's about to trip me up. I might do the her seed series during the week sometime, possibly on a Tuesday. We might get to releasing a few more episodes if I can get Unifears on board to support me with admin work with the channel, guys. So stay tuned. There's a lot going on, guys. But this week, I want to get back into Genesis 3, guys, because I told y'all, now that we're talking about Genesis 3, hold on, guys. Now that we're talking about Genesis 3, guys, I got to get you guys back into what I'm seeing with Adam. Okay, you guys are going to notice right here on my front page, right? So what I'll do is I'll have a couple of folders here of things that I haven't yet covered. Her seed, we're still doing that. What is a wife? The serpent and the full moon. The serpent's party. Y'all don't want to know about that. We got to get into that, guys. And who's prophet? Right, guys? Because when I'm doing some of these genealogies, you'll be surprised what's in here as to who's the prophet of whom. Okay, so one day we're going to get into that. I found some interesting things like the prophet of the seal, and most of our matriarchs were the prophet of Israel, guys. That's what's listed in theirs. But we're not going to cover that this week. This week, guys, I want us to cover Disgruntled Adam. Okay, guys, I've never thought that word disgruntled really does justice to the type of character that a person has to have this trait, right, guys? Y'all gonna hear Diggy in the background. Good God, my friend's Pyrenees is over here. He's a big old monster dog. And so I don't think that that word disgruntled really does a good job to me to represent some of the things that went down with Adam, guys. Adam was beyond disgruntled, if you ask me. And let's just get into it, guys. Let's go into Genesis 3, right? Let's cover Adam's part. All right, last week we talked about her seed. Let's talk about Adam this week. All right, guys. I'm not going to go back and forth into the why death research, guys. All right. I think I did a fairly good job a week or two ago when we talked about Adam being the dust, covering that why death. That needs a show of its own. But what I want to cover, guys, is the fact that Adam is listed in his genealogy as being the patriarch, the first patriarch, guys, and the first prophet of Allah. Okay, guys, so let's talk about Adam. All right, Genesis 3:17-24. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree, which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Well, Adam is eaten in sorrow, guys, because, listen, this cycle of the serpent being reproduced, the bacteria, there's a thing called archaic bacteria. And I think that archaic bacteria is linked to Adam, guys. Once Adam came out, he ate from the tree. He would have had to go to the bathroom, guys. I kept trying to rationalize, like, what is going on with this creator, that the creator would curse the ground, like, you know? And then it dawned on me once we located the serpent, guys, that Adam went to the bathroom. Adam brought bacteria into the earth. Okay, guys? That's what happened. Now we're in thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. And Adam called his wife's name Eve. Because prior to that, guys, she was just referred to as the woman. All right. Adam called his wife's name Eve because she was the mother of all living. Unto Adam, it says she's the mother of all living, guys, right here. She is the mother, okay? All right, and unto Adam also and to his wife did the Lord God make coats of skin and clothe them. Guys, I used to think that this was leather, you know. This was their skin. This was their skin, guys. That's how I'm looking at it. All right, and the Lord God said, behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat, and live forever. Guys, that take also made me think, let me not digress. Come on, let's keep on going. Therefore, the Lord God sent him forth. We're in verse 23, guys. From the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So all my viewers over here, we all know only one person left the garden. Right, guys? That was Adam. It had to have been lonely, guys. Had to have been scary. I'm not here to say it wasn't for Adam. But understand me, what he did when he came out of that was that was on him, guys. You know, from what it looks like, guys, he was extremely disgruntled. I am linking Adam to Rome. I am linking Adam to Christianity. I'm linking Adam to Judaism. I'm linking Adam clearly to Islam. Okay, and all of these religions tell us a false narrative. They all tell us that Adam and Eve left, that the Creator drove out the woman and the man. But we'll see here, it's only the man that got drove out, guys. I showed y'all that. So come on, let's go forward and let's look at some stuff concerning Adam. Because if Adam is the patriarch, right, guys, and we have a patriarchy in Israel, don't we? Shouldn't we be linking Adam back to Israel? If Adam is the patriarch. First, guys, I want to look at Adam and Eve's name. Let's look at the name, guys, because I want to show you guys something here regarding sorry, guys, that's not the article that I thought it was, but moving on, I'm going to take you guys back to Adam's pedigree, right, guys? Because I showed you guys this last week. I do apologize, guys. My signal is really slow out here. I've been pausing it and coming back so you guys don't have to be subjected to this, but there we go. All right. Like I told you, there was a lot that concerned me in here, right? Adam being the first king, right, of Eridu, right? If he's the first man, then he's assuming the first of all of this, guys. It says right here, Adam, the first man, right up here, guys. And if we're going to take that title of the first, then trust me, Adam is supposed to be the first king, the first prophet, and the first patriarch. Not born, sorry, guys. First patriarch. Okay, guys? Not only that, he's also Julius of Rome's 13th great-grandfather. I told you guys I linked Adam to Rome. What came over here, guys? What did they want to vanquish all of the Saracens with? It came with the dumb verses, guys. Sarah's sons. We never asked ourselves why they aren't calling them Abraham's sons, did we? Did you guys know that I am descended from a tribe called Sarah Indians out of South Carolina? It ain't spelled that way though, right? They try to play some games on us. It's actually spelled Cheraw. The Sarah Indians, guys. Oh, I'm going to take y'all on one heck of a journey. Well, we can't do it all in these couple of episodes, so we're going to focus today on Disgruntled Adam. Let's go back to his genealogy, guys, right? Because I told you, right, the only royal affiliation that we see with Adam of any sovereignty is right here, only linked to Rome, guys. If Adam is the first patriarch of Genesis, right, why do we not see a link to Israel, guys? You know where you see the link to Israel at? Not under Adam's. I showed y'all that last week, right? It's under Eve's. Right here, guys. You're going to see Julius of Rome. So this makes me guess that Julius is descended either from Seth or from Cain. Because these are the only two affiliations we see where both Adam and Eve are in unison here, right? Right here. Something goes differently here, though. Look. These are all related to Israel. Somehow I find a link through David to Israel for these people. Let's go. Y'all think I'm joking. Look at David's genealogy. Look. These are the same people, guys. This is the link to Israel. But there's no link to Israel under Adam. There's only a link to Rome under Adam, guys. Who came with the papal bulls? Who came with the dumb verses? Who came with that word husband? So you thought it was a positive thing when the Creator told Adam, when he told Eve that your husband will rule over thee? If it was Adam's right to rule, wouldn't he have looked at Adam and said, you're going to rule over her? He told Eve, I'm going to greatly multiply your sorrow. He is going to rule over thee. Adam bought those papal bulls, guys. Adam bought the word husband, guys. Watch, I'm going to show y'all something. Look at this. Let's go through what is a patriarch, right? A patriarch, because this is what we see in Adam's lineage, right? Let's go back. I'm going to show y'all the three things we're concerned with right here, right? It says he was a king of Eridu. Eridu, that's Sumerian myth, guys. It says he was a prophet right here, right, guys? Well, if he's a prophet, shouldn't he be a prophet of Israel? Whose prophet is he? A prophet of Allah. Well, wait a minute here. And then we got here that he's the first patriarch of Genesis. Well, let's prove all of these things then, right? Let's go. Let's go on this little journey, guys, and see what Adam was up to. Was he disgruntled, or is it just me? All right, a patriarch. Says here the transliteration. This is a Greek-rooted word. Patriarchs meaning head or founder of a family or larger people group. In the Old Testament, this name is generally applied to the progenitors of families or heads of the fathers mentioned in Scripture. And they are spoken of as antediluvian patriarchs from Adam to Noah, and post-diluvian patriarchs from Noah to Jacob. Okay? So this is your list of patriarchs, but here's my problem with this, right? The heads of the fathers. Is this these sour grapes that the Creator keeps talking about, that the fathers fed the sons? The progenitors of families? Because Adam is not the progenitor of families. Eve is the mother of all living. Adam is returning to dust, guys. Who raised him up to a patriarch? Who? We saw in Genesis 3 that he's told, you're dust and you're going to return to dust. He is kicked out the garden. Would you raise this person up and make them a head or a leader when they did not listen to you? Do you know why Abraham is chosen, guys, as the first man for men to be redeemed through? Because Abraham listened when he was supposed to offer up his son for a sacrifice. He actually listened. So many people would say, wow, that was kind of deranged for the Creator to ask him to sacrifice his kid. But no, he needed to put a male to that ultimate test because he needs a male line to redeem. So this is why Abraham is chosen, guys, because Adam did not listen. So why would he be the progenitor or the head of anything? Abraham's name meant, Abram meant exalted father. That's patriarchy, guys. That's what Adam was pushing. And guess what? When the Creator was done with Abram and Sarai, it was Sarah that was raised up to chief, not Abraham. So you tell me what's going on here. It's looking like to me somebody was raising their self up, and that this king mess and that this patriarchy, now we know why the Creator said it was evil to ask for a king. Let's keep going, guys. All right, so you got pre-flood patriarchs here. Look at that. And Cain's even included. Who made Cain a patriarch? Please tell me. And how is Cain way down here after Noah? What in the world? All right. About the very long lifespans of the pre-flood patriarchs. Well, the very long lifespan of the PPP, guys, pre-flood patriarchs was the fact that this bacteria that was in the world, look at our short lifespans now, guys. Barely anyone is living past, what, probably 75? Look at how old these guys were living to. 930 years. Imagine if we had no bacteria or viruses, quote, those obligate parasites in the world, we wouldn't have sickness that we know of, guys. We would have full health. It says here, patriarchal longevity presents itself as one of the most striking of the facts concerning mankind, which the early history of the book of Genesis places before us. There's a large amount of consentient tradition to the effect that life of man was originally far more prolonged than it is at present. This is true, guys. Women outlive men. Your mortality rate has been impacted specifically by that Y death and the worm. What you're seeing is the Y death, right? Impacted by that worm, by that, quote, bacteria, quote, virus. It's all a parasite, guys. We're going to do a study. I'm going to show you guys that they are trying to downplay what a virus is. They have tried to desensitize you to it so that you think you just have a common cold. No, that's normal. There's no cure. No, the cure is probably high heat and get out here during the full moon and fast. That's what the patriarchs kept showing. The patriarchs, guys. This is what Torah kept showing us, guys, that when we saw these specific diets, like I think it was Daniel who was only on the fruit diet at one point, guys. We kept seeing, Lex Will pointed out, the Hebrews walked around the desert for 40 years, guys. Unleavened bread. When the invaders invaded us, what's one of the things? What was one of their major crops? What was their major plantation crop, guys? Sugar cane. Did they come in here specifically making all these junk foods to kill us? Was this another attack that we weren't even paying attention to? Because what's the number one food for a parasite, guys? Sugar. This patriarch stuff, this wasn't us, guys. Adam loved this patriarch stuff, guys. This was him all the way. And who made him a patriarch, guys? He's not the father of the living. I want to show you guys something. Because I have told you guys, this vow, this marriage contract is from Adam as well. It's linked to Rome, guys. When we were invaded, they were very preoccupied with our family life. They were very preoccupied with our customs, guys. Look at this. The venerable brethren and beloved children, health and apostolic benediction. How great is the dignity of chaste wedlock? Wedlock is them, guys. You're not going to see a reference to a wedding. Go back and look in the Torah, guys. This is going to blow your mind. You're not going to see a reference to a wedding except somewhere in Psalms. Some dignitary got married like this too, but you're not going to see that as a custom amongst us, guys, until you see JC making what wine at the wedding, guys. You're not going to see it amongst Israel. This is a Roman custom, guys. Watch. How great is the dignity of chaste wedlock? Venerable brethren, may be judged best from this, that Christ our Lord, Son of the Eternal Father, having assumed the nature of fallen man, not only with his loving desire of compassing the redemption of our race, ordained it in a special manner as the principle and foundation of domestic society, and therefore of all human intercourse, but also raised it to the rank of a truly and great sacrament of the new law, restored it to the original purity of its divine institution, and accordingly entrusted all its discipline and care to his spouse, the church. In order, however, that amongst men of every nation and every age the desired fruits may be obtained from this renewal of matrimony, that it is necessary, first of all, that men's minds be illuminated with the true doctrine of Christ regarding it, and secondly, that Christian spouses, the weakness of their wills, strengthened by the eternal grace of God, shape all their ways of thinking. They want to shape your ways of thinking and of acting in conformity with the pure law of Christ, so as to obtain the peace and happiness for themselves and for their family. Wedlock, guys. This wedlock is a Roman Catholic form of matrimony, guys. This is not what we were doing. Look, watch. I keep encouraging you guys to get into this definition of husband, right? Because I showed you Noah was a husbandman. If we are indigenous, guys, we were using indigenous terms, weren't we? Look at this. Husband. This is what the Creator told Eve that Adam would be to her. Your desire will be for a husband. We wanted this too, ladies. The men wanted to be a husband, but we wanted a husband. What is a husband, guys? What did the Pope bring to our shores? A man contracted or joined to a woman by marriage. This is their contract, guys. Remember, Adam's linked to Rome. A man to whom a woman is betrothed, as well as one actually united by marriage, is called a husband. In seaman's language, the owner of a ship who manages its concerns in person. The male of an animal of a lower order. Don't be calling yourselves this, Israel. Oh, here it is. This is what a husband is right here, guys, according to their definition. An economist, a good manager, a man who knows and practices the methods of frugality and profit. In this sense, the word is modified by an epithet. As a good husband, a bad husband. Check this out, guys. But in America, this application of the word is little or not at all used. I wonder why. Let's see why. As a farmer, a cultivator, a tiller of the ground, in this sense, it's not used in America. We always use husbandman. Guys, when Noah got off that ark and planted a vineyard, he was a husbandman. He was obedient to what the Creator said right here, guys. He was obedient to what the Creator said right here, guys. Let me show you the difference between Noah and Adam. If you want to be deemed a righteous man. It says right here in 19, in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken. For thus thou art, and unto thus thou shalt return. So, looks like he's supposed to eat bread and till the ground. And Noah had no problem doing just that. That's why Noah was a husbandman and not a husband. Let's look up husbandman. A husbandman is a farmer, a cultivator, or tiller of the ground, one who labors in tillage. In America, where men generally own the land on which they labor, the proprietor of a farm is also a laborer or husbandman, but the word includes the leasee and the owner. The master of a family, not used in America. You want to know why? Because the husbandman is not the master of the family. It's the woman. Y'all think I'm joking? That's why the master, the husbandman, wasn't using the word husband, nor calling himself the master of the family. Because he knew he was supposed to be a husbandman. Do you understand, guys? The Pope told you to call yourself a husband and want to get married and want to be in wedlock. A tradition you don't even see in the Old Testament, guys. You're not going to see a wedding performed in the Old Testament, guys. Look like, who was it that went into his mother's tent after she died? Was it Rebecca? Was it Jacob went with Rachel into his mother's tent? It looked like they got married because they slept together, guys. I'm showing you guys that conception has a lot of words linked to matrimony, guys. It was something different, guys. What was going on? What was Adam doing, guys? I'm showing you guys there is a pattern here. It claimed that Adam was the first prophet, right? But he was not the first prophet of our Creator. He was not a prophet of Israel. He was a prophet of Allah. You're not going to see him. Let's go to the Strong's Concordance and look up the word prophet, right, guys? They got it as a noun masculine. Even that's not correct, because we know that Miriam was said to be a prophet. Not a prophetess. Guys, don't ask me to say that word again, because I struggle with that word. But she was not a prophetess. She was a prophet. Go back and look. You're going to see. It says I gave you 3 prophets. Her, it's Miriam, Aaron, and Moses. But look at this, guys. So we got prophet here, right, in the Strong's Concordance, right? But look, the first use of it, you're going to see Genesis 20:7. That's not concerning Adam. That's concerning, I believe, Abraham, guys. I'd have to go back and look. But I want to prove to you guys that prophet is not associated with Adam as it regards Israel. Do you see that, guys? Samuel, Deuteronomy, Hosea, Samuel, Judges. You're not going to see Genesis 2, where Adam is created. Adam is a prophet of Allah. Adam is linked to Rome. Rome came and conquered us. Rome came with the husband dictation. This is not an Israelite custom, guys. I want y'all to see that. And if Adam is not a prophet of Israel, and he's a prophet of Allah, let's look at that, guys. Let's look at this. You know, I have not studied the Islamic culture much. I'm not here to lie to you guys. when I see the women subjected to that level of subservience, my heart breaks for them, right? Even here, I was subjected to subservience of my husband because I thought this was a positive thing when the Creator referred to Adam and Eve's situation, and and Eve is told, your husband will rule over thee. I was seeking that. But what I didn't know is that I should have been seeking a husbandman. Look at this. Prophet Adam. Look at this. They want to give all praises due. Raise the rank of Prophet Muhammad, his virtuous and blessed kin and honored companions. The truth about Adam. The truth pertaining to the origin of all human beings is a matter dear to the hearts of many. People from different walks of life, including various ethnic origins and differing educational backgrounds, have attempted explanations. However, no story or exclamation, no story or explanation can take the place of the truth. Ain't that the truth? In the Quran, Allah informs us of the truth regarding the origin of the humans, and his prophet Muhammad explained this matter to his companions, who explained it to their followers, right? Because Allah just keeps on going on. All right, let's keep on going. It says here that this entity right here created all other kinds of creations before creating humankind. All right, let's go down. Adam was not derived from apes or animals similar to apes. The apes existed, as did all other animals, before Adam was created. I like that they put that there because that is a really good argument for this argument that man is formed from monkeys, right? That's a good one. The truth is, the origin of all humankind is clay, soil mixed with water. The origin of this clay was the soil of the earth. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get down to here because this is the important part. Adam was created from a clay that was poured, we're right here, and then dried before taking the shape of Adam. Okay. This is a long bunch of stuff here. Alright, it says that Adam was given the knowledge of what the animal names of everything. That's not what our Torah tells us. See this? Right here? It says Adam named everything. Okay, so it's up to who you want to believe. Personally, I'm going to believe my Torah. It says, this is why I wanted it. Right here, guys. Adam and Hawa lived together in paradise for a period of time. That would be true. But then I want to show y'all. Oh, look. Hawa started encouraging Adam to eat from that tree. Eventually, they both ate from it. Doing so was so sinful. However, it was a small sin, and they both quickly repented. What they said is mentioned. We did injustice to ourselves, so if you do not forgive us, and you do not have mercy on us, we would be losers. They repented, and their repentance was accepted. After this incident, Adam and Hawa were ordered to leave paradise. See that lie, guys? Adam descended from paradise into India, in a land called Sri Lanka, they're saying. And they're saying Eve descended into a location different from Adam, right? Later, Adam and Hawa were reunited. It says here, after Adam descended from paradise, where he lived for 130 years, he received the revelation of prophethood. Okay? This is after. Okay? Not before being kicked out of the garden. Okay? So who would Adam have gotten this information from? Please tell me. says Adam, the first man, became the first prophet and the first messenger to whom Allah revealed. Prophet Adam and his wife had many children. This is interesting stuff. Oh, let's keep going. Prophet Adam taught his children and their children about Islam. Could this be when Seth is calling on the Lord? Says Seth was the first to call on the Lord, guys. Lord is linked to the word bow. Could this be what Adam taught old Seth? Prophet Adam taught his children and their children about Islam. Is this where the patriarchy came from, guys? Is this where that dominance over women has come from? Oh, he taught good behaviors. Truthfulness, trustworthiness, and sincerity. That's not what Job tells us that Adam did. Job tells us that Adam hid a lie in his bosom. Right here. Let's go. Job is not telling us that Adam taught great things to his kids. Look. Right here, Job 31 and 33. If I covered my transgressions as Adam, by hiding mine iniquity, he hid his iniquity. Right there, guys. The patriarch Job lived long before Moses in the writing of the Pentateuch. Yet he knew about Adam and his fall, and likewise about God's curse on the world because of Adam's sin. There's no curse on the world. That's a lie right there too, guys. There's a curse on the ground. There's a curse on the serpent. Okay? Note the following references in the book of Job to death and the curse. Man that is born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble. That's Job 14 and 1. Genesis 3:16 says, all flesh shall perish together, and man shall turn again unto dust. That's not true. They want the woman to be included in that. But Genesis 3:16 does not say that all flesh shall perish together. Let's go back to it, guys. Oh, it's not in this one, guys. That's 3:17. Guys, when I tell you that I have my eye on what Adam did when he came out there, there is so much to support. So much to support why I have my eye on Adam, guys. You know, it's this for me right here. It's this right here, guys. That prophet and that patriarch. Because I'm going to show you that patriarch, guys. Oh, and Rome. Let's not forget Rome. This is what I'm linking to Adam, guys. That patriarchy. It's all Rome, guys. That's all Rome. Look at it. A list of patriarchs. Syriac, Greek, Rome of the East Indies. You see that? Oh, they got a vacant seat right here in India's Occidentalis. Right here, guys, got a vacant seat. This patriarchy is linked clearly to Adam, guys. And from what I'm seeing, Sarah was raised up to chief, guys. It was Sarah. Why would you raise Adam up to be a patriarch, guys, when he did not listen? The purpose of Abraham, right here, guys, when Abraham has to come, is because the Creator is looking to redeem man. Thanks to Disgruntled Adam. Every week, guys, I'm going to be working on bringing some more of this truth that I'm finding regarding some of the ways that Adam hid this lie in his bosom that Job is talking about, guys. Adam is completely behind that papal bull that made it to our shores and bought this word husband, that bought this family unit and broke down our family unit, where the woman was instructing the Torah, and he brought economy to our shores, guys. Laziness. Economy. He bought sugar, which feeds the parasite, guys. It was never a good thing. I'm going to keep showing you guys what Adam's hiding. I hope you guys are starting to see this. Much love from the front line. Guys, I'm so sorry about my dog barking in the background there. We got a new pack together, and they're trying to gel together and get used to each other. So hope it wasn't too disruptive in the background. Much love, guys. I'll see you guys next week on Shabbat. I'm sorry for my lateness. Much love, guys. Take care.